My current back box is absolutely done in.
The comparison between a Decat system and just a Catback system. To be fair, it did sound nice.
It did sound really good.
Something brilliant has just happened.
It was good while it lasted.
Ash, I've just realised we've committed a crime.
What? What's going on, everyone? Bit of a different start to today's video. Now, don't worry, it's not going to be me for the whole episode, but as I'm the only doer around and Mike isn't here yet, he's asked me to get some footage to get us kicked off. Now, we're up at my house today, or as Mike would say, Ash's dad's garage, and this is the plan. So recently I picked up a Milltek exhaust system. So that come with the back box, it come with the non-res, and it also came with a Decat. So I'm pretty happy with it. I paid £150 for all of this. It is what it is for £150 off Facebook Marketplace. The one thing I'm not too sure on though is this, I believe it's Cerakoted tip. I'm not a massive fan of that. But I can't really afford to be too fussy at the moment. I've currently got a stock back box. It's an aftermarket one, but it's a replica of the stock one. I have a Hoffman non-res pipe, which you'll have seen Mike fit in a previous video, and I've got a standard cat. Now, the reason I bought this system and I wasn't too fussy about the tip is my current back box is absolutely done in. So I've currently got a Go-Go Gadget exhaust tip. Do you want it extended? Do you want it shortened? Either way, it's a pain in the ass because it's constantly rattling around, as you can hear. Now, you've already seen Mike fit a Milltek Catback onto his Fiesta, so he didn't want to bore you again with the same video. So what we're thinking today is we're going to do a comparison video between the Milltek Catback, so with the non-res and the back box on, compared with the non-res, the back box, but also the Decat as well, to see what the difference is. I doubt we'll notice any difference in power, but there might be quite a big difference in sound. Now, that all depends on one thing really. If you think back to a previous video, and hopefully Mike will drop the clip in now, we really had trouble getting the O2 sensor out of my original cat. And Mike is currently looking for a bung for this after he's finished work, so fingers crossed we can get one and we can test it. Now, that's not going to be a permanent option. I am going to go with the Catback just because I use this daily, and in my job, you don't really want to be leaving work at 3:30, if you know what I'm saying, with a Decat. So let's get on with it. Now, just before we get the car in the air, Mike said if he turns up today and I haven't got anything off the car, he'll be turning around and going home. So let's just play it safe. There we go, he's got no excuse now. Now, I am a little limited to what I can do without Mike here because I've only got a single set of axle stands. So I think what we're going to do to make a start is we're going to get the back in the air and take off the standard back box and the non-res that Mike fitted in a previous video, but I'm not going to bore you with that because you've seen it a million times on his channel already. So we'll just hit straight into the time lapse. So there we go, guys, that is the back box out. Now, as you can see, it's not in a fantastic state. I mean, it probably didn't have much longer left in it, but if we're just looking at the tip just here, you can see the extent of the problem now. It definitely needed changing, but as you can see, luckily there's a collar in there that's stopped it from coming off. So glad we're getting that off today. There we go, and that's the non-res off. That's the Hoffman one at least. Now, it's not actually in too bad a state. I thought it'd be quite beaten up and probably rusty. I mean, we've had a bit of an exhaust leak just here, but other than that, it's in a pretty good state. If anyone wants this, feel free to drop me a message on Instagram. We can sort something out. There we go. Now, that's the back box and the non-res off. Now, before I go and take the cat off, I'm going to take the brace off that's underneath, which I'll show you in a second, because I want to put the Milltek back box and the Milltek non-res on, and that way I can mark up where I'm going to need to cut the cat, because I said I was going to have the Catback system. And once I've done that, we'll take the cat off, we'll get that Decat on, and we'll take it for a test drive and see how it sounds and how it goes. Right, the next job is just to whip off these hangers here. Now, I say whip them off, these things are a pain to get off, so I'm going to hit them with some WD. I know Mike usually uses channel locks to get them off, but I haven't got a set, so I'm going to struggle on and swap these over onto the Milltek exhaust. Right then, I've managed to change the hangers over and get them onto the Milltek exhaust. So I think we'll throw it on the car now, get a clamp on, and hopefully it's not going to blow. I will put some exhaust paste on there, but for now we're just going to kind of dry fit it with the non-res and see how we go. Right, that's turned out to be an absolute pig of a job. I could really do with a second set of hands for someone to hold the back box still so I can push the non-res on, but at the moment it's just me. So I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to give Mike half an hour to turn up. If not, we're going to have to soldier on, but fingers crossed he's here in no time, but I doubt it. Right, as you can see, it is pitch black outside. It's now a considerable amount of hours later, but he's finally arrived. Like I said, there's only one doer in this garage at the moment. So
we all standing outside, so it must be me.
There's only one doer in this garage at the moment.
Right, come on then. Let's see what he's done. Oh, he's popped the centre cap off, but that's about it. So it looks like I've got to carry on with the rest. But all joking aside, I was quite impressed with how much Ash actually got done, but it was definitely helpful to have a second set of hands so that we could fit the back box and the non-res together. Right, okay, so the Catback is in place. Ash has marked the original cat, so we know where to cut it when it comes off. Now, it will be going back on, but you do have to shorten it anyway when you fit the Milltek Catback. So he's been waiting for me to turn up. He's just jacking up the car now so we can get the front in the air, but he's been waiting for me to turn up to bring in this. So this is a reducer sleeve that I got off one of my subscribers. So shout out to Pete who sorted this out for us and posted it to me. That was awesome, so thank you very much. And he's also been waiting, because we're going to throw the Decat in. Now, he's not going to run this all the time. We're just going to throw this in there, like he said earlier, as a comparison between a Decat system and just a Catback system, which I've got on my car. But as well as this piece that I've been bringing, he's also been waiting for me to bring a plug for the O2 sensor hole on this, and we've quite literally got a plug. We've got a spark plug in the hole because it just so happened that it's the right thread pitch and this would fit in here because we couldn't find anything else like a bolt or anything. There's an M18 by 1.5 thread pitch, so we've just thrown that in there and it seems to fit, so we're going to use that. Like I say, it's just for a comparison, and Ash isn't going to be running this all the time. We are going to put the original cat back on. The original cat pipe's nice and easy to remove. There's just a couple of bolts that hold it to the flexi and then just a couple of exhaust hangers to remove, and then it's off. There it goes, never to go back in the car, right, Ash?
We'll be back on in half hour after this bloody video.
Well, at least that's what he's going to tell his insurance. No, I am only joking. He isn't going to be running the Decat. He's literally just for this video. So, actually, will the Decat be for sale, Ash? No, we might keep it. We might keep it because my car, right, at the minute, I'm just going to share this with you really quickly. My car is becoming undrivable, like, as a commuter, like a daily car. It's just getting ridiculous now. So it's going to get to a point where I just can't daily that car anymore. So I really need to get myself into gear and get the Mark 7 finished so that I can use that as my daily car like I intended. I will get onto that soon, but yeah, maybe if my car ends up not being a road car anymore, then maybe we could use the Decat on my car. We'll see. But anyway, let's get on with cutting this cat pipe. Again, installing the Decat pipe is nice and easy, and because it's a Milltek piece, it just fits. There was no faffing about with it not sitting correctly once the pipe was on or anything like that. Like, it just fit perfectly as you'd expect. Right, okay, so the Decat's on. We're just going to do a quick test out. We've not fully tightened up all the clamps or anything, but we're just going to start it and see what it's like. It's going to be loud, isn't it? Go on. Right, okay, so the Decat's on, all the clamps are done up, so we're just going to go out and get a couple of shots of this car with the Decat on and mine with just the Catback. We've got a place like out the way where no one's going to get annoyed at us revving the exhaust and that sort of stuff. So it is dark, like as you can see, it is night time, so it's probably not going to be the best visual, but I'll pop some up on the screen to tell you which car's which, but I'm hoping you'll be able to tell and we can get a good comparison between a decatted and non-decatted ST150 with a Milltek exhaust system. So let's go.
Right, something brilliant has just happened. Right, we're in the middle of nowhere doing this video, right, and the reason the shots of my car have been cut a little bit short is because
the first time we've got a little route, so turn around, come back up, turn around, go back by, because there's not too many turning places around here. First of all, Mike missed the turning point. He's gone halfway down the valley, and I've stood...
Yeah, but the reason I missed the turning is because there was a car coming. So a car comes the other way,
and
right?
I'm just stood on the middle of the road. It's 20 to 10 now. We're in the middle of absolute nowhere. No phone signal, no people, no houses, no nothing. And I'm just stood on the side of the road filming a random car as it goes by.
But it slowed down, didn't it?
Yeah.
It slowed down, but then it didn't turn into the little car park we're in, right? It goes past, and it must have gone up and turned around somewhere else, right? Because this is like a car park for a little like country walk that you can do near
It's like
here.
a forestry track.
Yeah. So it's like pretty quiet at night. So I go and turn around a bit further down the road to come back. I come back, go past, and then as I've gone past where Ash is filming again, I go past another car, and I wasn't sure if it was the same car at that point, but that car comes back and then turns into where Ash is parked up.
So
then
I'm stood on the side again, filming this same car driving towards me, and panic because I think, oh god, they think I'm stranded, or they think I'm stricken,
or they hear us.
Or yeah, because we were doing some revs and stuff. Like I said, there's no people around here, but there's no people around here, so they're not used to stuff like that. But anyway, this car pulls in, and I panic and dash back to my car to act natural, even though it's, like I said, middle of the night, middle of nowhere. And I kind of just sit acting natural. But anyway, you finally come back.
I finally come back, and I see that Ash isn't there anymore on the side of the road. He's in his car. So I turn into the car park, and then there's this other car over in the corner, like just with its lights off. And I was like, uh-oh, so has someone like caught us doing something? Oh no, turns out we're not the ones who got caught doing something. So after a couple of minutes of me parking up next to Ash and my lights on, I reversed in, my lights are shining on this other car. Eventually it starts up and it just drives out. And as it drives out, he's bricking it, thinking these people are going to come over and talk to us. It turns out it's this young lad and a young girl, and they're driving out the car park with these awful bright red faces, massive grins on their faces. Like, you can make up your own minds from what we've told you, but if you're a subscriber, I'm so sorry I've ruined your night, but Oh my
dear.
god, I can't believe that's just happened. Right, anyway, back to getting rid of this Decat and then putting the original Catback on, I guess. But hopefully that is enough for you guys to make your own minds up as to whether you think a Decat or just a Catback is the best option for you, I guess.
See ya.
Right, okay, so we're back in the garage and it's time to get the Decat off, sadly, because to be fair, it did sound nice.
It did sound really good, but I mean, it's a day, like it's mid-daily. Like, to be fair, it didn't put an engine light on, which I was worried about.
Yeah.
I was prepared to put it on just to test it, and I was hoping it wasn't going to throw a light up, but it didn't. So I'm happy about that.
Must be that special cheater plug thing we put in it.
Maybe, yeah. But
Maybe that was what was popping and banging so much. It was igniting all that fuel.
I did really like it, to be fair, but like, obviously you can't have them legally on a road car to use on the road, and I use this
A road car to use on the road, really?
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, but I use this as a daily. I don't want a Decat on there. Not that.
That's fair enough. I wouldn't either, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, right, let's get the original cat pipe back on. So we've made a marker we need to cut. I've also sanded this down so it's nice and smooth while Ash was doing some stuff under the car. So we're just going to cut it here with the angle grinder, and then this can go back on, and then we can use a little sleeve to go over that bit, and then adapt it onto the Milltek Catback.
Watch out! The floor is lava!
Right, okay, so the original cat's back on, so we're just running Milltek Catback, same as what's on my car, now is on Ash's. How you feeling, Ash? You gutted you're not running the Decat?
You know, it was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
It was good while it lasted.
It did sound good. I mean, I didn't go in the car while you were driving it on the road. Like, what was it like? Would you have been able to drive it daily like that? Or
I think I could have, but obviously, like, it's a bit, like, obviously we were following each other through the countryside. It's a bit different, isn't it? Rather than
60-mile-an-hour road.
60 mile an hour on the motorway home, to be fair. So I'll say that I could drive it every day, but realistically, maybe not.
Yeah, like, just for you guys, like, it comes across not that loud on camera, especially when we did the drive-bys, but, like, in person, it is so loud, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
it is really loud.
Yeah, I pulled away up a straight, and it was that loud, it was vibrating the back of my seat.
So, like, yeah, if you're into that sort of stuff as, you know, your daily car, like, that's fine if you've only got, like, a short commute or you like it really loud and whatever. But for us, like, I think we're just of a certain age now where that sort of thing is too much for a daily car. So, you know, if you're kind of on the fence and you're thinking, oh, what if it is going to be a little bit too loud, then it probably is, just, you know, just for reference.
Next video, installing the Decat on my Mark 6 Fiesta.
Oh, on mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. No, definitely not, because that's irresponsible and it would void my insurance, which I don't want to happen, because all my mods are declared, just so you guys know, because a few people have asked that. Ash, I've just realised we've committed a crime.
What?
We never started it without the exhaust on.
Oh, thank God.
So yeah, sorry about that, but you have heard that before when I did it on my car. So I think that is pretty much going to do it for this video. I'm sorry it's not anything too exciting. It's just I was up here helping Ash do this, and I thought, you know, we might as well behave. Come on, I was working, man. We're not all on half term, are we? We don't all get a week off just in the middle of the year for nothing. And then, anyway, so that is going to pretty much do it for this video. So I just thought we'd film it while we're here. But as always, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time.